Good morning, Jen Flaherty here, and today I'd like to talk to you about a favorite tip of mine that I do often, which is modifying pre-designed scatters. A lot of times you'll find a scatter in a kit, whether it be like this one by Anita Designs, which are scattered pearls. You might find scattered flowers, scattered confetti, leaves, you name it. Designers like to provide these in kits often. And you may find, like in a situation like this one, it's a really large scatter, and when you place it on your page, it covers up parts of your photo, elements, or journaling, and you need to either move them or erase them completely. So I'm going to show you a couple of different things that you could do with pre-designed scatters. The first one, which is a destructive thing that you could do, which I would not recommend, is just to simply erase them. So as long as your scatter is highlighted in your layer palette, you would come over here to the eraser tool, click on it, or you could simply press E on your keyboard and just go right ahead in and just start erasing. And as I said, I would never recommend this. Sometimes you may find that you move the picture around, you may make some changes on the layout, and then you can regret that you can't go back. So rather than doing erasing, I'm actually going to go back to my history panel. I would choose to add a layer mask. So again, your scatter is highlighted in your layer palette. You go down here to this icon, which is the add layer mask, and you click on it, and now you'll see right here it added a layer mask. And what you could do is you could head on over to the paintbrush tool here, click on it, or press B on your keyboard. If the foreground color is set to black over here, you could just go ahead and start painting. If for some reason it's not, just click on the front box and your color pick will come up, and then you could just choose black and then say OK. And same as the eraser, just start painting over the elements that you wish to remove. The good thing here is that if you made a change to your layout and you wanted to add some pearls back, all you would have to do would be to set your foreground color to white, and then you could start painting back some of those pearls. So that's one option. Another option would be, if you just wanted to remove them all at once, would be you could click over here on the marquee tool. If you click and hold, you'll have a bunch of different selections, but I wanted to use the elliptical marquee tool here because my elements are round. And then typically it would be, this first box would be highlighted. You want to click on the second one, which would be add to selection. And then you would just start drawing, click and drag around the elements that you want to remove, and then with your paintbrush set to black, you could just go ahead and paint right in them. Or actually, the real reason that I wanted to show you that was because you could use the paint bucket tool and just click inside one of them and all of them will disappear. So that's another option to get rid of them all at once. The final thing that I did want to show you is sometimes you might just want to move them and not actually erase them. So what I do in this instance is I'm going to click on the actual pearls and not the layer mask. And what I would want to do here, would again to be using the elliptical marquee tool and trace over one of the elements that you actually want to move. In this instance, this big green pearl that's blocking the element. And then Command J will actually duplicate that pearl, and then you can actually move it out of the way. And then you could always go back to the layer mask and then erase it. Go back to the layer mask and click on the paintbrush tool and erase it. And I'll show you that again, making sure that the layer mask is not highlighted, but the actual element is. Click on that on the Layers palette, and then you just trace over the element that you want to remove. Command J will copy it. Go to the Move tool, click on the pearl, move it to where you want it, and you can do that several times. Again, on the key tool, kind of drag out. I'm in the wrong layer here, so I need to click on this layer, Command J, come use the Move tool, which is V, and then you could go back in, as we said, click on the layer mask, and then you could continue getting rid of these elements that you don't want. And that's it. Moving the scatters is a really great technique when you're working with a small scatter, because sometimes you just need a lot more of it. So there you go. Hope you learned something new today. Favorite tip of mine that I use often, and I hope you'll find it useful for you. Take care.